This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
There are those who believe that a child in the womb shares his mother's dreams, her love for him, her hopes for his future. But what if you'd known since he was inside you that his fate was tied to the fate of millions? We can't stay here, John. It's not safe.
Not safe from who? I can't keep running. I can't. I'm not who they think I am.
You don't know that.
I can't lead an army, so you've got to stop it. Please.
All right. I'll stop.
Come with me if you want to live.
It's happening again. Everything we fought to stop.
You changed the future. You just didn't change it enough.
It's the robot. It's sent to kill our son.
I was sent here to protect John. Get away from the door.
Why?
That's why.
What's wrong with you? You seem different.
I am.
Help me. Help my son.
Stop running. Stay in one place. Fight.
No, we gotta go now.
Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Grab the guns. I'll make pancakes.
The two-night series premiere event begins Sunday, January 13th on Fox.
Malcolm. What makes you think humanity is worth saving?
Knowledge is power. If you understand something, it can never truly control you. Skynet will come online. In an act of self-preservation, it will enact nuclear strikes. I believe that humanity still has a fighting chance. I believe that you have the power to change our fate.
Skynet has sent a Terminator back in time. You are the only one who can do this.
Tell me where Malcolm is. If the Terminator can't get to Malcolm, the children will be its next target.
Malcolm, what are you scared of?
Judgment. The end of the world comes tomorrow.
We mixed. We loaded it. We edited it.
Sometimes we get so deep into conversation that we have separate segments worthy of their own place in the sun.
Here is a reshuffled mini episode.
All right, gang. So you're going to hear a part repeat episode and part special edition. That's right. We reuse stuff from the archives because there's a lot of good stuff we'd love for you to hear if you missed it the first time, let alone re-listen to if you did enjoy it the first time, and then with an added on thing. So you're going to hear part of why Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles was an excellent show for its time on Fox, and it still can be enjoyed now. It's mostly complete, canceled as it is, and basically the rest of what you saw was in Terminator Dark Fate, but that's a story for a different day. But it is literally the most agreeable thing for most people if you're going to agree on anything that comes after Terminator 2. It's not all bad, guys. It never was. It just was a hard act to follow, but they did it from a labor of love. And so enjoy that part. And then after that, stay tuned. I'm going to talk to you about the recent anime show on Netflix, Terminator Zero, and see how that did. Enjoy. Heyo, heyo. Dum 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 da dum. We're in for a hell of a time. And I brought with me a giant-ass resistance. I'm your host, Sully. Returning is music connoisseur Mike Hansen. Welcome to
Present.
Present. Current Hans, not Gruber, Hansen from Comic Book Club.
What's going on?
William Bregnard from the one, the only Future Warfare blog. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Shahi and Ryan from Arnold Fans Radio.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is so fantastic. Yeah, we all got to practice our Arnold voices. Yeah.
The radio news. Got the one, the only Johnny Boy Reid from 30 something podcast.
I know.
Now we're talking about the Oreo is joining us on the show. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Hi.
welcome.
I hadn't seen any of the other movies or series until you
Until I invited you
So
on.
again, I binged it over the last 2-3 weeks.
Sorry? Question mark.
But the T2 has such a sense of closure. It's like a 2-part great novel. And where do you go after that? You know, it's kind of like, in a way, since I've seen everything else, I don't feel that way anymore. But it's kind of like Endgame, where are we going to go now? You know, but watching the rest of them, they're good enough to keep going.
We got the admins of No Fate podcast. I thought it was the ultimate Terminator ranking episode. Welcoming to the show, we have Michael Not Being Petty.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
And Tanner Not Connor Radwick. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to the show, man. It was a long time coming, and thank you for setting the date. You guys did a good job of pistol whipping me and saying, we're doing this. Kind of your money, your clothes, your motorcycle.
Well, thank you for having us. It has been a long time coming. Sorry, it's been a process.
The No Fate podcast is just a joy because you guys are really, instead of just breaking down each chapter of the movie and talking about the themes, you're just kind of trying to compare, critics' notes and the commentary tracks, and your commentaries are almost as long as the movie themselves, So
the Sarah Connor Chronicles, the TV show, but I hate this technique that they use a lot. I call it the best defense writing technique, where
there you go.
Eddie Murphy movie, where they do flashbacks and go back and and what you wind up with is a bunch of fragments of storyline, and you always got to keep track of where we are now, and it gets overused a lot.
I like that
a couple times, not that much in the series, but in Best Defense, that's they keep showing how they developed the tank, and at the end the tank works. It's that idea, 6 months, 2 hours before, 2 hours, I get a little tired of that. Arrow did it a lot the first season. Or throughout.
That can get distracting after a while.
Yeah, and it can be done well, but it's hard to pull off.
Yeah, but if you watch it the first time, you're like, oh, this is so fucking distracting. I can't think straight. And then you
sound like Christian Bale there. It's fucking distracting.
But it's distracting the first time, but then when you rewatch it after a while, you're like, wow, this is really good detailing, and they're showing you point A to point E, and then the blanks in between.
It's a lot to absorb on first viewing. And again, I binge watch, so if I go back and watch, I'll probably enjoy more.
I love that show because of all of the alternate universe stuff that it does, all the stuff that it does to kind of play. To play lovingly with the characters and the other tropes that you get in the rest of the movies and just everything that show did. And I always love when you get an opportunity to do a TV show and you can develop the characters out much more than you can in an 1.5 to 2 hour movie. So I'm going to give Sarah Connor Chronicles, I'll give that one 4 stars. That'll be my next one on the list. Absolutely love that. and was devastated when I found out the way they ended the second season and then found out it wasn't coming back for a third. It's like you can't do that. Absolutely can't do that. That's terrible.
So for me, that's, I'm kind of like Yoda. Two there are, never more.
Agree, I can. Yes.
You guys can do a better Yoda than I can. So for me, that's kind of where the movie
shotgun up the 1000s ass I show.
It doesn't get old
for you.
No.
Practice I have not.
Oh, Arnold Yoda. Okay.
All right. So
sorry,
so what you're saying is everyone else is playing Jedi mind tricks, and you're trying to set the record straight. Nope, only 2 movies.
There's only 2. Only 2. So for me, that's the thing, So that's where then we kind of have to go down. For me, the Sarah Connor Chronicles comes in next. It's about 4 Stogies, only because we get to see more of the story. I do love whatever her name is from Firefly was in it. Who played Cameron, and I played. Oh yes,
playing a character named Cameron. Yeah,
Summer. Yeah, which I thought was a nice on the nose. And of course, the woman who played Sarah Connor was amazing. The kind of she was amazing in Judge Dredd. Jesus Christ!
In Dredd, Oh my God, so good.
The only thing they missed is I am the law. Okay, sorry.
Which one co-wrote?
Incredible.
My face hurt after doing that. And Billy Turner Garbage played a role in that. Shirley Manson, I saw at the Bronco Bowl in Dallas when she played. It was amazing.
Hey.
Yeah. God, wow, what a woman.
What a damn.
Okay, I'm going to be controversial here. I love
we live here, baby.
The most Terminator, Sarah Connor Chronicles Season 2.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 out of 5.
Bear in mind, I binge watch all these, and
I'm the worst.
You get more of an interest, and there's 2 scenes in that series that actually made me cry. Should I tell you? Well, when Sarah's losing it at the end of an episode and she's banging the chip on the rock and she starts losing it, and also when John loses his girlfriend and just breaks up at the end. The bit with Summer Glau where she's caught between the cars and I love you, that was a little over the top, but
that was done in Twilight.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. It was a great cast, and they kept the franchise going, and I remained interested throughout. So I put that first. I had about 3 comments about it. How many cars do they steal if they're fugitives? And
as many as it takes to plug in a Skynet bot. I don't know.
And how many car accidents do they get into?
Oh, God.
A lot. This is a drinking game almost. And the song that John Henry sings with Savannah Weaver about the trousers, that is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen on television.
Oh my God.
It was very predatory. Yeah. Remember at the end of the episode, he's singing that song with her and she's singing with him. That was just, ew. And also speaking of Savannah Weaver, her mom, the actress playing her, Shirley Manson. Perfect. Yeah, it kind of there's some more creepy until to quote Crow T Robot, we're gonna find out that this robot's really good. By the end of it, isn't she, or is it still up in the air? I can't remember. Wasn't she?
She's kind of a rebellious Skynet bot, kind of.
Yeah. So that was, but yeah, I liked the series. I thought they did a great job for a TV series.
The Sarah Connor show was well handled by X-Files director David Nutter, and just the scripts were very taut, and it made kudos to the show because they used Twitter back in the day and they got instant feedback, so they were able to correct what would have been probably a blazing error. And I like how that head writer Josh Friedman, who's now working on Foundation, came over and laid out the story for Dark Fate, and David Goyer, you can totally tell, is writing most of the Linda Hamilton dialogue, given how profane the movie is. But I like how it's more like The Equalizer, where they're kind of just a watchdog group. They're looking out for the little guy who's being picked on by Skynet.
Michael and I talk a lot about the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which I would rank number 3.
You've ranked
in my
every
list.
episode. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I think the reason we love those so much as well is that these movies, you get to see these characters in like a set timeline, maybe within a day or two.
There's a brother called Derek Reese.
Exactly. But the Sarah Connor Chronicles, you get to dive into these characters so much in such a deeper way. You don't see them for just a short period of their life where they're going through something very specific.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see them interact with each other and grow and argue and change, and it just adds so much more depth to these characters that we love. And I think the actors who portray these people, they do a great respect to the other actors who have portrayed John and Sarah in other films.
Thomas Dekker and Lena Headey have always been great in other stuff. It's hard to believe that they're both, like British Canadian. You're like, what?
Yeah, they do a phenomenal job. So we're enjoying going through that right now. We're almost done reviewing that whole series.
Great
there,
guest stars too, right? Patrick Kilpatrick is in one, really creepy.
Yeah,
cool. It like X-Files had tested how much gore you could show on network TV, and it's like it's not trying to be excess, but it's like I gotta cut this guy open. There's cyborg.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's I wish more people saw it. I don't think it got enough attention.
Ridiculous, right? And it came out the same year as Salvation. You would have thought it would have been a win-win, double exposure.
Right. Actually, it started the year before, and you'd think that Salvation would have boosted the popularity for the show, but the show was already canceled by the time Salvation came out.
I remember they were advertising it in between sets sometimes.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa, I'm so stoked. And damn you, Fox.
Yeah, we have Michael and I both have the DVD set for it, and every time you pop one in, there's an ad for Terminator Salvation that comes on.
That's awesome.
Funny enough.
Wow.
All right, gang. So now that you heard that recap, that replay, if you will, of Terminator SCC show, welcome to the second TV show made to date of the Terminator saga for this Terminator themed month. Can't not talk about this. This literally might be my favorite franchise ever. For what there is that's good and what there is that's bad about it. And there's so many great video games. I can't say I'm terribly crazy about the direction Skydance director, well, not director, head producer David Ellison is taking this franchise in. I'm just glad we're getting more to chomp on. So that being said, this is an absolute letdown. I was looking forward to this. I saw that poster. I was like, okay, what else are they going to do with Gillen, Hurd, and James Cameron's original concept? So, Watson Tomlin is an American filmmaker. He has done all kinds of internships, producing throughout the years. He's written books, including the Berserker comic book. He's done script revisions for both the Batman movies. He's doing a Mega Man video game thing. He's done all kinds of other stuff. Even adapting stuff. I can't say I'm terribly crazy about his other stuff. He did Mother Android, which was a robot sci-fi film he did for Hulu. Very disappointing. Script consultant on the animated film The Sea Beast. So he already basically did adventure. He's currently adapting his comic book Berserker with Keanu Reeves. We based it off of, as well as developing a TV show called Fear Agent, which again is a comic book as well. So yeah, let me start with the good. First off, dynamite cast. I'm not going to list the Japanese voiceover dubs because I have no experience with that version. I'm sure I could turn that on, but I'm going to go with the big international American star power. So we got Andre Holland, that's right, Academy Award winner for Moonlight as the main hero, Malcolm Lee. He's a scientist that develops an AI software that competes with Skynet. That sounds ambitious, but let me tell you why that does not work for me at all. It's an 8-part episode series set in 1997 Tokyo. Malcolm Lee develops Kokoro, an AI system intended to compete with Skynet. The day before Judgment Day, he finds himself and his 3 children pursued by an unknown robot assassin and a mysterious soldier from the year 2022 who's been sent to protect him. So my hopes were dashed for this when I saw this was leaked. That's right. pirated a day before it even came out on different torrent sites. I'm like, what's going on? It can't be that great. And Netflix didn't even respond to it. They're just so cheap. So, yes, you could argue someone clearly wants it if it's been pirated, but they didn't even comment on it. It just made the news. They didn't give a shit. That's pretty dumb. So, they focus on Aiko, a resistance soldier sent from the year 2022 to protect Malcolm. She is voiced by Sonoko Mizuno, who you might know from physically appearing in. She's a Japanese-born English actress. She's been in movies like Ex Machina and Debs, so she has experience playing cyborg or being in cyberpunk stuff. Also appeared in recurring roles on the Game of Thrones prequel spinoff House of the Dragon, and appeared in Crazy Rich Asians. I don't recognize her, but interesting. Then we have Masaki, Malcolm's housekeeper and the sweet and protective babysitter, voiced by Sumali Montano. She's an American actress and film producer, worked as a bank analyst in New York City and Hong Kong before her acting career began. She has been on everything, and you might know her from some of her other voiceover work and web series. But yeah, she's a Filipino Thai actress. I'm not familiar with her, sadly. And we have Kinta Lee, Malcolm's older son, voiced by Armani Jackson. Rika Lee, played by Gideon Alden. You would know her from the comedy Blockers, as well as just all sorts of miniseries and shows, Netflix The Society. She did voice work on one of the Walking Dead video games and the Pacific Rim animated show. So again, a mixture of people who've done physical as well as working voice actors. Then we have Malcolm's older son, Hiro, played by Carter Rockwood. Then Kokoro, who is an AI developer. She plays the AI software, and she is voiced by Rosario Dawson. So I didn't know that going in, but it's like, well, there's a reason I recognize that voice. It's Rosario herself. And then the Terminator himself. This is the best bit of casting, which got me stoked for this. I didn't know what character he was playing, but the cybernetic title villain himself, the Terminator, is voiced by Timothy Oliphant. We have other recurring roles, including Ann Dowd as the Resistance spiritual and philosophical leader. Julie Nathanson, Fred Tatascore plays a detective. And of course, despite him being an American playing a Japanese character, he's just such a talented voice actor. He just did a damn good job. So, did not engage at all. The animation was ugly. Just a total letdown. Look at the Splinter Cell show and tell me that's bad. It's not. Compared to this was trash. Like, I had loved all kinds of other tie-ins they'd done in the past, like Batman anime, Halo, and Animatrix. Not a good tie-in. It even though it's standalone, you have to be a hardcore fan to just find anything from this. Ghost in the Shell and Akira, this is not engrossing for any kind of cyberpunk, sci-fi, dystopia fan. It even had 8 episodes, man. It's just one episode dragged into the next. I wanted it to stop. It sucked. And it was an instant just reject. If you're gonna do something like this, give me a very intense story. And there just wasn't anything for me to latch onto. Each character sounded literally like the same person. And I don't mean that racially. I mean in that they sounded just one and the same. They were so one-dimensional. And I deserve more when if you're a cool scientist, let me inside your head, have some witty humor. And just the animation was stale. It was robotic. No pun intended. Really, really static. Once again, no pun intended. It just did not grip me. Oliphant was underused as the villain. I'm looking forward to see the villain, and it's just the buildup sucked. And yet, when you finally see it, it's just so forgettable. Again, I don't have to remember everything, but when I watch something, there needs to be some kind of vision, or there needs to be a heavy amount of entertainment, a time killer, and it delivered none of that. So go back to the books, Go back to the video games. Go back to the original Terminator Sarah Connor show. I had some other pals who were like, oh, it's the best Terminator thing ever. And they're like, well, it's just because you're not the biggest cartoon fan. I'm like, I do like cartoons when they're good. I love Pixar. I love some early anime. I don't do this so much now, but that's not the point. When it's good, good quality breaks through anything. And to say this is the best thing ever, fuck no. This did not deliver anything worth embracing. You're not going to remember any of this. You're not going to even be hard-pressed. You really would be hard-pressed to continue watching. It's just so dreadfully dull. And again, this summary, you're barely going to want to decipher any of those details. They're not latched onto. They're not dived into deep enough. So, best left avoided, gang. I hated every minute of this. This really, really is not worth watching. Only watch if you are a completist and want to watch everything Terminator like I do, but don't say I didn't tell you so. Sully out.
We'll return after these messages.
Do you ever find yourself thinking about who would win in a fight between Goku and Superman? Hi, I'm James Gavsey, and on the Who Would Win show, me and my co-host Ray ignore anything important happening in the outside world and debate fictional battles between characters from comics, movies, and video games.
We got a new show every week, and almost always am I the winner.
Yeah, not true, Ray.
In the past, we've discussed such matches as Captain America versus Darth Vader, Solid Snake versus the Iron Giant, classic matchups like RoboCop versus Terminator, and even the Muppets versus Sesame Street.
That one was crazy. So if you're a fan of geek culture and love a spirited debate, check out the Who Would Win show wherever you get your podcasts, or check us out at whowouldwinshow.com.
Follow us on the web on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The podcast is available on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Apple, and anywhere else podcasts are available. Feel free to review our show and leave comments on any of those sites. Thanks a million for listening.
It's a chapter.